Hello and welcome. I'm Dr. Elena Philippou, a registered dietitian, providing you with scientifically based dietary advice. And today, a topic that interests everyone. So, we always talk about having a strong immune system to fight diseases, including the new coronavirus COVID-19. But is that possible? In reality, our immune system is complex and affected by many factors, such as chronic health conditions, genetics, stress, age, and sleep. Achieving and maintaining a healthy weight and consuming a balanced diet, or if deficient, taking specific supplements to overcome the deficiency, is of major importance. We may not be exactly what we eat, of course, but what we eat, combined with the other healthy lifestyle factors such as adequate sleep, physical exercise, a little bit less stress, social interactions, and not smoking, can really make a difference to our immune system. Starting with our weight, how can one know if you're eating enough or too much? Of course, you can seek professional advice to have a dietary assessment, but to start with, you can check the effect your diet and exercise has on your body and its composition. The first and easiest thing to do is to check your weight and whether this is right for your height. Being under or overweight has negative effects on our immune system. For adults, an easy way to do this is to calculate the body mass index, which can be done by dividing the weight in kilograms by the height in meters squared. The resulting number for someone who has a healthy weight should be between 20 and 24.9. Underweight people would have a BMI of 20 or less, or of 18.5 or less, and overweight is defined as a BMI between 25 and 29.9. A BMI over 30 is considered obese. Of course, the BMI doesn't tell us anything about body composition, such as body fat or body muscle, which would need to be assessed using specialized equipment or by a trained person. Clearly enough, if one doesn't take in enough energy and protein, i.e. they are malnourished or undernourished, then they're not able to produce the necessary antibodies to fight infections. And many times this leads to a vicious cycle where a frail, underweight or malnourished person actually loses further weight because of a disease, either due to low appetite or associated gastrointestinal problems, and then they become even more frail. In fact, studies have shown that people who are poorly nourished are at a greater risk of any infections, including bacterial and viral. On the other hand, being overweight or obese is actually associated with a low-grade inflammation, a chronic inflammation, and this has been shown to increase the risk for the influenza virus, possibly because the T cells, which normally fight disease, cannot do so as well. So unless you're doing bodybuilding or have a very muscular body, the BMI is an easy and quick check of your body weight and whether this is within the normal range for your height. In case you find that you're either under or overweight, ensure that you either gain or lose weight using a healthy, balanced diet and regular exercise, and do this gradually so that you do not compromise your immune system. Now, which vitamins and minerals strengthen the body? You've probably heard of vitamin C, but it would be good to know that zinc, selenium, iron, omega-3 fatty acids, but also vitamins A, B, D, and E are essential for a healthy immune system. Starting with vitamin D. Vitamin D has received a lot of attention in the past few years. It is also called the sunshine vitamin, and it is now the one vitamin always talked about in nutrition conferences, and not without a reason. Vitamin D has many roles. In relation to the influenza virus, back in 1981, it was suggested that a sunlight-related seasonal stimulus triggered influenza outbreaks, and scientists now think that this may be vitamin D. In fact, both children and adults who have low concentrations of vitamin D in their blood are more susceptible to have a cough or cold or upper respiratory tract infection. A study in Japanese school children showed that supplementation with about 1,200 IU of vitamin D per day reduced the type A influenza rates by about 40% compared to the group receiving the placebo pills. A meta-analysis where lots of studies were analyzed together showed that supplementation with vitamin D in adults lowers the risk of upper respiratory infections, and because of this, a lot of scientists believe that vitamin D might actually help build a stronger immune system against COVID-19. Vitamin D helps fight respiratory tract infections by strengthening the lungs. It is synthesized in the body mainly through the effect of ultraviolet radiation of the sun on our skin. However, lack of sunshine, such as during the winter months, avoiding sun exposure, being indoors for many hours, but also wearing sunscreen, clothes that cover all our body, and having dark skin are associated with low vitamin D concentrations. Even in Cyprus, where we have sunshine for most of the year, there are many people with vitamin D insufficiency or even deficiency. It's best to have a blood test of vitamin D to check whether you have sufficient vitamin D and take a supplement if necessary, following your doctor's advice. Dietary sources of vitamin D include egg yolk, liver, which I wouldn't recommend to consume often, oily fish, and full-fat dairy products. Vitamin C. Supply your body with enough vitamin C by eating citrus fruits such as oranges, tangerines, grapefruits, but also kiwis, strawberries, berries, and vegetables such as broccoli, tomatoes, and red peppers. Vitamin C, in addition to strengthening the immune system, also has antihistamine properties, contributing to the faster recovery from the common cold. Zinc increases white blood cell count and makes the cells more aggressive, helping to fight disease. Selenium increases the activity of antioxidant enzymes and helps strengthen the immune response. To increase your zinc and selenium intake, eat legumes such as beans, peas, lentils, chickpeas, and black-eyed beans, as well as whole grains such as oatmeal, wholemeal, or rye bread, rice or wholemeal pasta. Omega-3 fatty acids help reduce inflammation in the lungs, and that's why they might contribute to boosting the immune response. In order to get enough omega-3 fatty acids, consume fatty fish such as sea bream, sea bass, salmon, trout, mackerel, and sardines twice a week. Good sources of omega-3 fats also include nuts, especially walnuts, flax seeds, green vegetables such as broccoli, and eggs enriched with omega-3 fatty acids. Now, vitamin A. Equally important for boosting the immune system are vitamins A and E. Vitamin A protects against infections by boosting the immune system cells that destroy microorganisms. At the same time, it has a strong antioxidant effect. Thus, it strengthens the body and protects us from the free radicals that cause oxidation. Good sources of vitamin A and beta-carotene, which is provitamin A, are dairy products, mainly cheese, full-fat yogurt, as well as eggs and fish. Beta-carotene is also found in orange and red fruit and vegetables such as carrots, oranges, tomatoes, red and orange peppers, watermelon. The conversion of beta-carotene to vitamin A is best done by consumption of fat at the same time. So try to eat foods cooked in tomato sauce, cooked with olive oil, such as beans in a tomato and olive oil sauce. Vitamin E is also necessary for its antioxidant activity and is mainly found in foods that contain fat, since it is fat soluble. Enrich your diet with this vitamin by consuming oils such as olive oil or sunflower oil, olives, unsalted nuts, peanut butter, and avocado. By consuming a variety of these foods, you will actually help to stimulate the production of immune system cells when necessary. In fact, research has shown that the body's response to certain vaccines is better when vitamin E intake is high. On the other side of the coin, ultra-processed diets, where there is a lot of refined sugar, fast and processed food, as well as red meat, have negative effects on our immune system, but also on the rest of the body. In actual fact, a Western-type diet, as it is called, can disturb the healthy intestinal microorganisms or microbiome, resulting in chronic inflammation, which is associated with a suppressed immunity. This is because the trillions of microorganisms that live in our gut produce antimicrobial proteins, and we need to support their growth and maintenance with a high fiber diet. So a rich in fruit, vegetables, nuts, legumes and whole grains, as well as both pro and prebiotics diet supports the growth and maintenance of a healthy microbiome. What are probiotics? Probiotics are foods that contain live, good bacteria, such as kefir, yogurt with live active cultures, miso and tempeh, which is from fermented soybeans, and sauerkraut or fermented cabbage. Prebiotics are foods that our good bacteria feed on, such as asparagus, artichokes, bananas, onions, garlic, leeks and seaweed. Consume both pre- and probiotic foods on a daily basis if possible, by including kefir or live yogurt with fruits and nuts for your snacks or breakfast, or make them into smoothies and combine prebiotic vegetables with your meals. So to sum up, an apple a day is not enough to keep the doctor away, but a healthy weight and a nutritious diet can really make a difference and strengthen our immune system. Leave me a comment below on what you do to keep your immune system strong, and share this video with others that might be benefited. Don't forget to subscribe and click on the ring button below so that you'll be the first to know when we put on a new video. Bye for now, and I'll see you in the next video.